Hello everybody, welcome to Trackalicious. Hope you have enjoyed some time away from ACC, but we're back with the rookies starting a new season tonight at Zandvoort. An 8-round championship this time, every Monday from here on out. We look forward to seeing you spend your Monday mornings, afternoons, or evenings with us here at Trackalicious. And Moriko joining us on the podium for 28 consecutive months over the 2-year mark. Thank you for the love and support, Moriko. Best of luck to you in the Rookies Championship. We are back indeed. Everybody's back. The rookies are back. The Wednesday multi-class season is back as well. And if you're looking to get signed up, SimGrid is the place to go. Exclamation mark SimGrid in the chat will take you to the signups for this and all of the other championships. But tonight we are focused on the rookies. Let's head to Zandvoort and see what the hype is all about. The first qualifying session is underway. Our 16 drivers will have 15 minutes to determine their grid order for the first race of the season. Here is Moriko in the Nine-Tail Racing number 53 Janetta. Approaching some traffic up ahead, it looks like, as they begin to get their tires warmed up for the start of the qualifying session. Some returning faces, some new faces as well. We will look to get acquainted with every single one of the drivers we have tonight. Dr. Porkchop in the Alpine, the Chop Shop Racing, back yet again. Getting the championship set up, going deep through the chicane, but avoiding the walls. And into the queue goes Dr. Porkchop to begin their flying laps. Josh Eberhardt with a good season from the fall, looking to carry over the momentum into the winter season here in the Syndicate Racing Team Porsche. Back down the hill and into all of the right-handers we go. Lots of them here at Zandvoort, especially in Sector 2. Just seems like that track will always kill the left side tires. And now down to the chicane comes the number 7. We'll see if the Porsche is indeed on a flying lap or not. A few trafficked cars up ahead. But that should be no problem here for Josh Eberhardt. Coming up to the line, Drew Freiberger setting the pace in front, a 1:45.7, now being eclipsed by Josh Eberhardt, who goes to the top of the charts, a 1:45.707 on the board from the Porsche driver. Indeed, Brian, let's see those times. Rookies, hope you're doing well, my friend, and everyone else in the chat watching along or driving. I know some people like to have the stream on while they drive, so that's always fun to see. Those drivers as Rally Dutchy here in the Nine-Tail Racing 621 Janetta goes 6th place, and there is 3 Ginettas in a row. So Ginetta, a very popular choice in this season, 4 of them in the race this evening, as Sir Kojay goes to the top, and Akane Kalin goes to 2nd, moving Josh Eberhardt to 3rd, Drew Freiberger to 4th, and Moriko Yatanashi to 5th place. A little bit wide out of the final corner for Alex here in the Escuderia Elotes, the number 11. No time yet on the board. Looking to get that settled. Less than 10 minutes left on the clock. But the second time around is usually quicker, with the GT4s not having any tire warmers. It takes a couple of laps for the rubber to get up to the right operating window. Drew Freiberger this season in the 419. They got him in at Racing McLaren, goes into T1, and it looks like there was contact to the back of the 314 Porsche as Drew Freiberger goes to the front row alongside Sir Kojay in the 420. And both of them returning now to the pits. Chris Saunderson in the Allison Racing number 18. A time on the board good enough for 12th, now 13th, as Noah Johnson goes 2nd quickest, and Chris Saunderson improves up into 11th place. Hezzy Thomas now on the board in the KTM this season in the number 59. Going a little bit deep into turn 1, but still only able to keep it within track limits. As fellow Thomas, Lawrence Thomas in the 134 BMW now to the line, sits 13th. Can he get into the top 10? So far, just 12th. Another half a second. We'll see him pass the Audi of Chris Saunderson. Indeed, it is quali. What are we doing? Referring to that contact earlier on. Into turn 1 now. Josh Eberhardt rounding the final corner. And now it is just a straight blast here to the line. Where can the Porsche go after getting bumped down from the front row? Improves his time, but does not improve his place. And it is super tight between the top 5. Akane Kalin looking to improve that as well. Currently sitting in that 5th place position in the Throttle Theory Sim Racing Camaro, going through the chicane. And now just a few corners to go, but running wide, and that might just cost that little bit of lap time that Kalin needed to improve higher up. But still on a valid lap, but no improvement there, unfortunately. And now dropping back to 6th, with Moriko Yatanashi finding an improvement up to 3rd place in the 53 Ginetta. So Aguirre with a time on the board, good enough for 12th, looking for an improvement now to the line in the number 11 AMG, and he goes into the top 10, moves Evan Laranjo down into 10th place in the 314 Porsche. And so Moriko Yatanashi trying to finish out this 2nd sector on a high note here in the 53 Ginetta, sitting in the top 3, just behind the Aston Martin of Noah Johnson in the Chickadee Racing 942, through the final corner and to the line. currently sitting on the front row, but can he improve to the top spot on the front row? He can by 17 thousandths of a second. And these times are super tight at the top between the rookies, so that bumps Serkoje down to second place. Moriko Yatanashi to the line, still in third place. And to the pits, in fact, comes the number 53. And Serkoje just up the road in the Chill Bibble Racing AMG. Just one sector to go. Tricky chicane at turn 11 and 12. Needs to get the curbing just right, and he does on the entry. Avoids all of the curbs through the apex of 12. And now through turn 13, the banking helping the AMG put the power down, and now sweeping around the final corner. It is full throttle now all the way to the line, kicking up a little bit of grass. That might pick up a slight toe in front, and now can Koji find the improvement? There is a slight improvement, and by about 45 thousandths of a second gets the improvement past the Aston Martin of Noah Johnson. And in the final 3.5 minutes in the qualifying session, track is very active at the moment. Lots of times beginning to come in as Pedro Guerrero in the number 99 Aston Martin. Rounding out the final corner, the Bennett's Car Parts sponsored Aston Martin coming up to the line. Can he squeeze into the top 10? Currently sitting in 13th. No improvement on the time. So far, 13th will be the highest that Guerrero can finish for the time being. Still a little bit of time left. Should be about time for 2 laps left for the 99. Looking for improvements to get into the top 10. Sitting in the top 10 is Josh Ransom in the TVR Ginetta. Clear track ahead of Josh. He will look to capitalize on that as he now puts the pedal to the floor. And he finds himself in the top 5. Needs a big improvement to get past Josh Eberhardt. Finds an improvement, but not quite big enough to jump past the Porsche sitting in front of him in the standings. And back to the pits goes the Ginetta. Other drivers out on a lap, improving. Lawrence Thomas in 14th, needs a 10th to get past Guerrero in front, who is in front of him on track at the moment as well. Moriko Yatanashi goes to the top of the charts. Into the 44s goes the Ginetta. Lawrence Thomas improves to 13th, gets past Guerrero in the number 99. And that bumps Koji down to second. Johnson back to the second row. Drew Freiberger in the pits. 4th will be the highest that the 419 will finish. Halen looking for an improvement, sitting in the top 5. Josh Eberhardt just outside, looking to nail a lap here at the end of the first qualifying session. Here is Josh Eberhart going through turn number 10 before a slight little straightaway here, approaching the chicane as the qualifying session is complete. Noah Johnson can't find an improvement at the end, so third will be the highest the Aston Martin driver can finish. Sir Kojay back in the pits as well from second place. Moriko Yatanashi out on track as Josh Eberhart runs wide between the penultimate and the final corner. And that is Rally Dutchy going to the line looking for an improvement, but I believe the time was invalid. Or no, that was the 53 of Moriko Yatanashi across the line there. And that is the first qualifying session completed, and it will go in the favor of the Ginetta of Moriko Yatanashi, putting it on pole position, sneaking a time into the 44s right at the end of the session. So now with the grid getting set, let's go through the first starting order of the rookie's new season. Putting it on pole position is the Nine-Tail Racing Ginetta of Moriko Yatanashi. The number 53 will look to get a flying start on the season after putting it on the pole position. Alongside them will be Sir Kojay in the Chill Bibble Racing AMG. The number 420 AMG will look to get the early jump from the start and see if he can go side by side into turn number 1. Noah Johnson knows how to finish on the podium. Saw him on their last season plenty of times. And so can he get any higher than third? But still a good starting position for the 942 Aston Martin Chickadee Racing. Alongside him on the second row will be Drew Freiberger in the 419 Got a Minute Racing. Drew Freiberger also returning this season, but this time racing in the McLaren. Thank you for the follow. Hope you are having a good evening, Teddy. We've got a Kane Kalin in the top 5 in the Throttle Theory Sim Racing XSR number 31 Camaro, starting from the third row. Josh Eberhart behind in the Syndicate Racing Team number 7 Porsche. Then you have Josh Ransom in the 325 TVR Ginetta, starting from 7th place. And keeping him company, it is an all Ginetta 4th row with Rally Dutchy in the sister Nine-Tail Racing 621 alongside Josh Ransom. Chris Saunderson next in the Allison Racing number 18 Audi, sneaking just inside the top 10 in 9th place. Alongside him is Alex Aguirre in the Escuderia Elotes number 11 AMG. Just outside the top 10, starting from 11th, you have Dr. Porkchop in the number 71 Chop Shop Racing Alpine. Alongside him will be Evan Laranjo in the Sentry Porsche Technic, I believe. I can't read. My screen is glitching out right there for some reason through the grass. Porsche Ticino in the 314. Next in 13th is Lawrence Thomas as the drivers get started on the formation lap here. Lawrence Thomas in the 134 BMW Motorsport will have Pedro Guerrero in the TF Sport number 99 Aston Martin alongside him for company. Then you've got Cody Groves in the Foxfire Racing 115 Ginetta, starting from 15th place. And Hezzy Thomas, the Dog Box Racing 59 KTM, rounds out the 16-car grid for race number 1. Formation lap getting started. Difficult to get the heat necessary into the tires, as we were saying earlier. No tire blankets on the GT4s, so it takes a few laps to get them into that correct operating window. There are some great liveries indeed, Brian. And for those of you maybe new to the chat, there are some fun little awards slash excuse me, you earn points, fuel points essentially, from watching the stream, and then you can use those points towards something of your choosing, whether that be hydrating the lovely commentary team, giving a driver of your choice some energy, riding on board with somebody, or having a livery deep dive as well. Those are your options available. And with the season getting started, drivers lining up in zipper formation. Sir Koj, can he get the jump from the front row? Who will get the early advantage into turn number 1 here at Zandvoort? The rookies revving the engines, going up to the line before the green light will start the season, and we are underway. Time is ticking. 20 minutes of racing ahead. The 419 McLaren getting squeezed in. The Camaro alongside, looking to get a move. There's contact between Noah Johnson, but if anything, he bumped Moriko Yatanashi further into the lead. But that is a fantastic start from the Camaro, up 2 places onto the podium in 3rd. Sir Koj down a few places in 2nd, but down the inside there's contact. The AMG goes spinning into the apex, but able to get it back under control, as now there is further contact behind. Pedro Guerrero looking to get through. Oh no, Chris Saunderson avoiding the wall very well in the Audi after the side-by-side contact. Oh my goodness me. It is all happening at the start here. Drew Freiberger down a place after starting from 4th. Kind of got squeezed to the outside there. Rally Dutchy with a fantastic start, up to 4th place. But can the pace of Drew Freiberger find a way by? Moriko Yatanashi comfortably in the lead by about a second from Noah Johnson. Then you have Akane Kalin pretty close behind Noah Johnson, keeping him company. Oh, and that's Rally Dutchy going off at the chicane, allowing Drew Freiberger to go through. Josh Eberhardt, Josh Ransom, and Pedro Guerrero Aguirre going through as well. And oh no, and it goes from bad to worse as Rally Dutchy stranded on the grass there on the inside of the corner. A bit of front end damage on the front of the AMG. Well, of course the front end damage would be on the front. But nonetheless, going into turn number 1, Alex looking to apply the pressure to Guerrero in front. And so now Yatanashi pulling out an even more comfortable 1.5 second lead. Kalin looking to sneak past Noah Johnson to second place to potentially go through and apply the pressure to Morrico out in front. The top three have about 3 seconds back to Drew Freiberger in the 419, able to get back to his starting position of 4th place, but now in some clean air. Can the McLaren find a bit of race pace and catch up to this battling duo of Noah Johnson and Kane Kalin? The 621 back in the pits. That's Rally Dutchy getting some service done to the car after a bit of off-roading excursions happened in that Ginetta. And now the Camaro pushing the limits of the car and the track, having a good run side by side into turn 1. Can Kalin line a move up? Not quite close enough yet. Noah Johnson confident on the brakes, able to keep the position, and Kalin drifts wide on the exit of turn 1, not helping them stay close to Noah Johnson out in front. It's a battle inside the top 10 between Evan Laranjo and Alex Aguirre in front there in the number 11 AMG. Dr. Porkchop looking to get into the mix, rounding out the top 10 for the time being in the Alpine. Oh, and Aguirre going a little bit deep, not quite hitting the apex. Will this allow Laranjo to go down the inside? He's having a look, and that is a fantastic move to get alongside the AMG, and he still has the inside. A bit of side-by-side contact pushes Aguirre wide, and Dr. Porkchop says, thank you very much. I will take that position also. And unfortunately in ACC, sometimes with that side-by-side contact, one or both cars just get sent flying in the opposite direction. So unfortunately there for the number 11 AMG, forced out wide, but still very close to this now battling duo of Laranjo and Dr. Porkchop in 8th and 9th place. A lot of incidents, but not as many as I thought. I agree. There's a good amount of incidents, but it's kind of like side-by-side racing. Oh, and there's a move out in front. That was Pedro Guerrero sending it deep on Josh Ransom for a spot in the top 5. But Josh Ransom hanging on to that one. Let's take a look and see if we can take a look at what happened here. So going into turn number 1. Oh, he had the move, but just went deep. And that allowed Josh Ransom to take the inside and push the Aston Martin a little bit wide onto the gravel and take 5th place back from Pedro Guerrero. And as we tune back in live, Guerrero applying the pressure, wants that final spot in the top 5. The 99 all over the back of the Ginetta. A brief yellow flag. That is for the 115 of Cody Groves. Getting the car back underway though. So now, will Pedro Guerrero send a move up the inside of turn 1 as he did on the lap before? Is the Aston Martin close enough to do that? Cody Groves, or not Cody Groves, excuse me, Josh Ransom covering the inside early there. Oh, and the Aston having a sniff of the rear bumper, nearly pushing the Ginetta through the corner. But still good defensive work from Josh Ransom to hang on to that final spot in the top 5. So Pedro Guerrero once again will have to wait for another opportunity to get past Josh Ransom. Zandvoort, not an easy track to overtake. Very narrow track, but these GT4s able to handle the narrowness pretty well. One of the better opportunities into turn number 1 after the longest straightaway here at the track. Oh no! And after tailing the back of Josh Ransom, Pedro Guerrero making a bit of an error there. Losing not 1 but 2 places to Laranjo and Dr. Porkchop, and now has all that work to do. And we've got a full onboard lap redeemed from Josh, or for Josh Ransom, I should say. And here he is, just crossing the line, going into turn number 1. Unfortunately there, the pressure behind him dropped from Guerrero after that mistake, and there's the McLaren just parked at the side of the road there. That's Drew Freiberger from 4th, so Josh Ransom now up a place to 4th. I wonder what happened there to the 419. So after going up the hill, going now back down through the series of right-hand corners. This is now turn 9. One of the tightest right-handers there at the end before, what's that? A left-hand corner, a hairpin around turn number 10, and then a small little straightaway on the approach to turns number 11 and 12, keeping to the left-hand side to open up as much of the corner as possible, taking the curb a very generous amount there in the TVR Ginetta. And nice and smooth on the exit of 12. Now just a few corners left. Slinging the car in. On the power he goes. A bit of a lift before going full power. And to the line goes Josh Ransom for a full onboard lap with the 3.25 Ginetta. Able to get a position from Drew Freiberger on that lap as well. Not quite sure what the issue there was for the McLaren driver, but nonetheless having to pull over to the side of the road and make way for the fellow drivers. Sir Kojay, after starting on the front row, now going side by side with the 11 of Alex Aguirre, and we've seen a move like that done this year in Formula 1, and now we've seen this as well. A little bit of contact exiting the corner, but not ending in a spectacular incident. Sir Kojay able to get away unscathed in front, now up to 9th, has the 99 of Guerrero in front to chase down. About 3 seconds separates 9th from 8th place, and there we see in front Dr. Porkchop battling with the number 99. And so Guerrero, after making the mistake in the corner we are approaching now, looking to get a good exit, already trying to get side by side with the Alpine, but Dr. Porkchop exiting very smoothly in the Alpine. comfortably ahead before the braking zone at turn number 11 and 12. Unfortunately, Josh Eberhardt having to make a pit stop there. It looks like he just had to refuel, maybe just going out on the qualifying setup. But unfortunately for him, after starting in a good, strong top 10 spot, as Guerrero goes side by side around the outside, trying to get the move on the Alpine, but the nimble little French car able to avoid the attack from the big Aston Martin behind. Under 7 minutes of racing remaining here in the first race of round number 1 at Zandvoort. Oriko Yatanashi with a comfortable 3.5 second lead over Noah Johnson in second place, who does have a bit of company behind him in the form of Akane Kalin in the Camaro, the number 31, within a second, and looking to apply the pressure now with the time ticking away. Noah Johnson, a bit of a lift mid-corner. Akane Kalin running wide onto the grass. Not sure which strategy there is faster, but it looks like the gap maintaining around the same mark as it did before the start-finish straight. So Noah Johnson maintaining his calm with the pressure being applied from behind. Take a look back at Guerrero, drifting back a little bit from Dr. Porkchop, falling into the grasp of Sir Kojay in the 420 AMG behind. Yeah, that was looking like a bit of a stalemate between those two. So it will take a bit of magic from Kalin to pull out a bit of pace. Excuse me. Or will Noah Johnson crack under the pressure being applied from the Camaro behind? Same with Dr. Porkchop, running a little bit wide there, allowing the inside to Pedro Guerrero, who just tries to sneak his nose in, but comes off worse for wear, losing the position to Sir Kojay as well, who can now go on the attack of the Alpine in front. Oh, and very deep on the brakes, Sir Kojay able to keep it under control into turn 11 and out of turn 12. He has 7th place from Dr. Porkchop in the Alpine behind. Yeah, that was crazy. That was great racecraft we're seeing here in race number 1. For Kojay, though, running a little bit deep. Dr. Porkchop coming right back in the Alpine. So good recovery from Sir Kojay. After that lap 1 incident, saw him fall back outside of the top 10. And now in a comfortable 7th place. As Dr. Porkchop
allows the inside line for the 99 Aston Martin now to go through cleanly on this lap. But the Aston Martin going a little bit deep. Dr. Porkchop trying to fight back. He will need to find a lot of grip around the outside of turn number 10 if he wants to keep that 8th place position from Guerrero. They're going side by side into turn number 11. Who will be late on the brakes? The Aston Martin late, now has the inside for turn 12. Dr. Porkchop still has the grip. Kalen has to go to the pits from 3rd place. And Dr. Porkchop sends it down the inside. And now trying to keep the position, he sweeps through, chops across the nose, and gets the power down for the straightaway. Now, it is up to Guerrero. Will he send the move to the inside? He's having a look. But Dr. Porkchop, speedy through the corners, not worried about the pressure behind. And there is Kalen coming out next to Aguirre in 10th place. If I had to guess, there was probably... It wasn't a drive-through because I have a pit time. Oh, there's contact between Kalen and Aguirre. But Aguirre is now getting pointed back in the correct direction. And so the positions are still maintained as is. Aguirre in 9th. Kalen in 10th. My goodness me, that was a very hairy moment for this battle in the top 10. And now late on the brakes around the outside, not able to get the move done here, but looking to get past Aguirre, but he is defending for his life. And Chris Saunderson looking to get involved as well in the number 18 Audi. Aguirre running wide at the exit of 13, allows Kalen to sweep through the inside and take 9th place away. So yeah, just real quick, it looks like, oh, and Saunderson interrupting me there as he tries to send it down the inside, and it looks like there was contact between the Audi and the AMG, and Chris Saunderson left a little bit stranded there on the inside of turn number 1. And so Kalen looking like having to return to the pits for a refuel. Maybe just a slight miscalculation on their end of how much fuel to put in the car for the 20-minute race. But Moriko Yatanashi calculated everything to perfection every single lap from start to finish. Led from pole, has the fastest lap, and after 12 laps has the first win of the season here at Zandvoort. Moriko Yatanashi, take a bow. Race 1 goes to you, my friend. Noah Johnson across the line in 2nd place. Drew Freiberger, after that incident earlier on, seeing him stranded at the exit of turn number 4, he will finish on the podium in 3rd place. Then Josh Ransom in 4th, next across the line in the 325 Janetta. Evan Laranjo holding off Sir Kojay for a top 5 finish, and that is a great recovery from Sir Kojay to finish in 6th place. Excuse me. Dr. Porkchop taking the checkered flag in 7th. Guerrero in 8th. Then you have Aguirre in 9th. Lawrence Thomas across the line in 10th.
Chris Saunderson takes 11th place. Josh Eberhart side by side with Hezzy Thomas. This is for position, and Hezzy Thomas goes through to take away 12th place. Oh no, and Kalen having to return back to the pits again. And so Hezzy Thomas 12th, Eberhart 13th, Kalen in the pits. And that is Cody Groves taking 14th. My goodness me, lots of drama happening at the end here. Oh no, lots of fuel miscalculations, it seems like, going on here at race number 1. But hopefully that will improve. And then for race number 2, Moriko Yatanashi takes the win in race number 1. Noah Johnson and Drew Freiberger next on the podium joining Moriko. Then you have Josh Ransom and Evan Laranjo rounding out the top 5. Sir Kojay next with Dr. Porkchop in 7th, Guerrero in 8th, Aguirre 9th, Lawrence Thomas rounds out the top 10. Then you have Chris Saunderson in 11th, Hezzy Thomas getting the position at the end to take 12th place, Josh Eberhart in 13th, Cody Groves 14th, Kalen 15th, and Rally Dutchy in 16th place. Yes, we did see the new livery here, updated for this season from both Moriko and Rally Dutchy. A joint effort on the liveries. Hopefully we can get a session forward here. As we wait for that timer to continue to tick down. Yeah, I'm very excited. Lots of new liveries. Josh Eberhart also having a very fun livery on his Porsche. Mentioned earlier in the chat as well. And there we go. Race officially complete. There you see the official standings on the left-hand side. And then you've got the Camaro of a Kane Kalen here, representing Throttle Theory. It's all good, Kane. There is another opportunity right here, right now. Qualifying 2 underway, 15 minutes. Once again for our lovely rookies to get out on track and set their best qualifying times. Yeah, certainly the pace is there from Kalen. Just needs to get the right amount of fuel in the car, and that is how it is done. This is, of course, being the Rookie Series. We are all here to grow and learn together. Some might be joining us for the very first time, very new to sim racing. Just getting used to how the sim in ACC feels. Or perhaps getting some new equipment, getting used to and stuff like that. So lots of factors always at play here in the sim racing world. We had a tight battle in the qualifying earlier on. Will we see the same here in qualifying number 2? That's Koj waiting for the traffic in front to die down. Getting the hot lap started. This is the onboard with Kalen in the 31. Koj in front, kicking up a little bit of dust, but still keeping it within track limits here. Making it very bouncy over the curbs. Now approaching the hairpin. At turn number 9, now the hairpin for turn 10, keeping it nice and under control. Orike Atanashi will set the benchmark, the first car out on the road. After Evan Laranjo having to take a trip back to the pits, what will be the time set by the 53? For the drivers to chase down a 46.495. Drew Freiberger a 45.720, getting him onto the front row there. But now Sir Koj across the line and Kalen both not getting valid laps. Oh, Kalen did get a valid lap on the board, excuse me, up there in second place. Saunderson in 4th. Ezzy Thomas in 6th. Josh Ransom goes up to 4th. As Dr. Porkchop across the line, not on a valid time. So far, just the 6 drivers able to set a valid lap on the board. Make that 7 now with Cody Groves across the line in 7th. And Lawrence Thomas also now on the board, makes him 8th place on the leaderboard. And so now we are back for round number 2. Just under 10 minutes left in the qualifying session. Moriko Yatanashi to the line. Can they take pole position once again? Provisionally to pole, a 44.892. Drew Freiberger improving the time, but not quite improving the pace. Or the position, excuse me, improving the pace. Absolutely. Noah Johnson up to 2nd. Koj goes to the top by 1/100th of a second. Kalen goes to 3rd, pushes Johnson to 4th. Drew Freiberger now in 5th. Josh Ransom 6th.
as we are still waiting for some drivers to get a valid lap on the board. Rally Dutchy still sitting in the pits as well. Laranjo in the 314. Guerrero here in the number 99. Josh Eberhardt in the number 7. And Dr. Porkchop all still looking for a valid lap. Josh Eberhardt gets one, and he goes into the top 5. And Pedro Guerrero here slowing down. Not happy, with the time he was about to get. So just electing to pull off and build the gap to Lawrence Thomas here, who goes to the line and improves on the time, but stays in 12th place for the time being. Very tight at the front. Moriko Yatanashi needs a blink of an eye of an improvement to take provisional pole for race number 2. And not finding the improvement, returning back to the pits. Can Drew Freiberger get an improvement? Goes up to 3rd place. Noah Johnson looking to improve as well and gets an improvement, but doesn't improve from 5th. But now, can Dr. Porkchop get a time on the board? He can. Goes into the top 10, all the way up to 7th in the Alpine. Back to the pits for some more fuel. Now Cody Groves in the Ginetta. What time can he do? Currently sitting in 13th. Needs about 4/10 to get past Hezzy Thomas, sitting in 12th, and he does just that. Gets a 48.822 on the board. And the Porsche dipping a wheel into the grass. That's Evan Laranjo in the 314. Currently sitting in 12th, just ahead of Cody Groves on the leaderboard. Looking to get a big jump, and he does, all the way up to 10th. Improved about a second on that last lap. So now the Camaro of Kalen, currently on the 2nd row, needs about 2/10 to get past Drew Freiberger, and about 3.5 to get past Yatanashi. Gets past Freiberger, but still about 600ths off of the provisional pole set by Sir Kojay. Man, those times in the top 3 are so close. We will just have to wait and see if there is any improvement here from Sir Kojay. Not on this lap here, but it is possible for the AMG to improve that time at the top. In 5th place, Noah Johnson. The 942 now to the line. Needs about 4/10 to get past Drew Freiberger in front. Can he get close to the time set by the McLaren? He does get close. He gets closer. Not close enough to quite pass Drew Freiberger and get up on that second row. I agree, Brian. It looks like already it is going to be a super tight championship all season long. Great battle, as you say there, FPS Cody, in race number 1 between Noah Johnson and Akane Kalin. 3 minutes left in qualifying. Time to put the laps in now when it counts. Currently, you've got Kojay on provisional pole, improving the time on the last lap. So gets about 6/100ths clear of Moriko Yatsunashi and about a 10th clear of Akane Kalin. That was a great time set by Sir Kojay at the front. But now Noah Johnson looks like he was just getting himself set up for this flying lap attempt here. Now 2 minutes left on the clock. Where can Josh Ransom go? Currently sitting in 8th place in the 325 Janetta. Needs a big jump to get past Dr. Porkchop in front, about 7/10ths. And he does just that. And it moves up into 7th place. Pushes the Alpine down to 8th. Chris Saunderson in 9th. And then you have Guerrero in 10th. Also in the pits. So it doesn't look like he will get any improvement on the board. Neither will Laranjo. Lawrence Thomas. Alex Aguirre is out on track, trying to get an improvement. Currently sitting in 13th. Those in the pits, we still have Drew Freiberger, Josh Eberhardt, Cody Groves, and Rally Dutchy without a lap on the board in this qualifying session. So now, where will Alex finish? Coming up to the line. Gets a big jump, moves into the top 10. All the way up to 9th goes the number 11 AMG. And into the wall he goes, exiting turn number 2. And that will be the session done for Aguirre. The session done for Kalin. Back to the pits from 3rd. And so it will be a fight between Moriko Yatanashi, who also returns back to the pits. So 2nd place will be as high as Moriko can finish. Sir Kojay with a few corners to go. Hezzy Thomas out in front on track as well. Gets the improvement at the final second to get past Cody Groves and up to 14th place. And there is no improvement from Sir Kojay, but he doesn't need an improvement because he will take pole position for the start of race number 2. Unless Chris Saunderson has anything to say about it. About 2 seconds back from the provisional pole time set by Sir Kojay. Needs about half a second to improve past Alex Aguirre in front. What will the Audi do in terms of lap time? Will it be 10th? Will it be any higher? It will not. It will be a trip back to the pits. That is the qualifying session complete. And now we look forward to the race coming up here. Oh no, I'm now locked out of drive. How unlucky. Oh, there we go. We're back. Oh my goodness. Wow, I'm muted. What happened there? Must have accidentally pressed the button. Well, let's go through that again then if you guys didn't hear that. Sir Kojay starts on the front in the Chill Bibble Racing AMG number 420. Then Moriko Yatanashi in second place in the number 53 Nine Tails Racing Janetta. A Kane Kalin in third, fueling up the car, certainly more than necessary in this race to avoid the same fate as race number 1. The Throttle Theory Sim Racing number 31 Camaro will have Drew Freiberger alongside in the 419 McLaren. Up next, Noah Johnson rounds out the top 5 in the 942 Chickadee Racing Aston Martin. Josh Everhart will be next to him in the Syndicate Racing Team number 7 Porsche. Then you've got Josh Ransom in the 325 TVR Janetta, starting from 7th place. Dr. Porkchop next to him in the 71 Alpine. The Chop Shop Racing starts from 8th. Alex Aguirre behind in 9th in the Escuderia Elotes number 11 AMG, with Chris Zonderson rounding out the top 10 in the number 18 Audi Allison Racing. Evan Laranjo next in the 314 Century Porsche Ticino. Next you've got Lawrence Thomas in the 134 BMW, with Hezzy Thomas behind him in the 59 Dogbox Racing KTM. And it does look like we lost somebody there. We're down to 15 cars. Cody Groves starts from 14th in the Foxfire Racing Janetta. And last but not least, Rally Dutchy, no time on the board in qualifying, will start from 15th in the 621 Nine Tails Racing Janetta. And so the swapped around front row of Sir Kojay and Moriko Yatanashi. Will this go different than before? Only time will tell. Drivers going through and beginning the third sector. Getting all lined up here for the start of race number 2. Noah Johnson with a podium finish in race number 1 will look to continue the podium streak here, starting from 5th. Saw a great getaway from the Camaro last time. Will Kalen replicate that going into turn number 1 as well? And as they go through the final corner in zipper formation here, only time will tell what will happen here in race number 2. Sun setting on the beachside town here at Zandvoort, but the racing is just heating up. Green flag waves. The Camaro gets a fantastic launch, trying to get alongside, and there are 3 wide in the back. That's Aguirre with a tap on the Ginetta of Josh Ransom, and that's Kalen going side by side with Sir Kojay. Moriko Yatanashi gets the lead into turn number 1, and now Kalen applying the pressure to Sir Kojay to try and take second place away, and there is chaos going on further back. As it looks like it was Josh Ransom and the AMG of Aguirre getting involved in a little bit of a kerfuffle at turn number 1. And Guerrero, welcome to the podium. Sad to hear you can't do the second race. It was good to see the racing from yourself in race number 1. Noah Johnson down the inside. Rally Dutchy down the inside as well. And so 2 moves into that corner. Noah Johnson getting by Lawrence Thomas, and Evan Laranja will look to do the same. Josh Ransom now with a bit of damage to the front end of his Ginetta, looking to get on the back of Drew Freiberger. Aguirre with a great start now, all the way up to 4th place. Oh, and Kalen was able to get past Sir Kojay. So the top 5, you have Yatanashi, then you have a Kane Kalen, Sir Kojay next in 3rd, Aguirre in 4th, Drew Freiberger in 5th place. Then you have Josh Ransom going deep into turn number 1. Might allow Josh Everhart the position, but not quite alongside enough to send it into turn number 2 and going wide on the exit. As Drew Freiberger there gets the position back from Aguirre, so the McLaren takes 4th place back. The Rasta-themed 419 looking to break away from the battling cars behind. Got Josh Everhart trying to go down the inside of the Ginetta, but he's just not quite close enough. And if the inside isn't working, try around the outside, but that is not quite how you do that. Dr. Porkchop opening up the inside. Noah Johnson will take that position as he tries to recover here in race number 2, up to 8th now, behind Josh Everhart here in 7th. Josh Eberhardt looking to get a good exit here out of the final corner. Down the main straight they go. Josh Ransom breaking the toe into turn one. It's a Josh on Josh battle here. Ransom in front of Eberhardt. So Drew Freiberger successfully getting away from this battling cars. About 3.2 seconds is the gap from the McLaren to Aguirre, leading this 4-car battle. Oriko Yatanashi with a comfortable 3.5-second lead over Akane Kalin, who has a good 2-second gap over Sir Kojay. Oh, and that's Josh Ransom going a little bit deep. Eberhardt now to the inside. A little bit of contact side by side. Ransom will have the inside for turn 11, but Eberhardt looking to close off that opportunity for the Ginetta to fight back. Eberhardt going a little bit deep, allows Ransom to go through, and Noah Johnson as well, looking to pick up the scraps in the 942, but he will be alongside the number 7 as they go through turn 13 before exiting the final corner down the main straight. This is a great 3-car battle here between Ransom, Eberhardt, and Noah Johnson. Eberhardt looks to the inside. Noah Johnson might keep the grip around the outside of turn 1, but it is Eberhardt who is going to have a look down the inside of turn number 2, but he's not quite close enough to pull that move off. This is what the back of the Ginetta of Ransom is seeing behind. Loads of pressure being applied, not from 1 but 2 cars. And potentially even 3 if Dr. Porkchop can oh my goodness, can get involved in the mix. Oh, Josh Ransom runs deep, and there was contact between him and the Porsche, and that allows Noah Johnson to get by the both of them. Now up to 6th, has Aguirre in front to chase down for 5th place. See if we can take a better look at what happened there exactly. These 3 now going into the final right-hand corner, and Ransom just goes deep. Eberhardt follows him, and there wasn't that much contact. They were just slowed down from running wide, and Noah Johnson picking up 2 positions in one go here. Ransom unfortunately losing the position to Dr. Porkchop as well. So he will have a good fight back to get past the Alpine and then catch up to this battling trio, and Noah Johnson and Josh Eberhardt already on the tail of Alex Aguirre for the top 5 position. As what Eberhardt is seeing in front of him, Aston Martin battling with the AMG. Noah Johnson having a look up the inside of Alex Aguirre, but defending well. He will have the inside for the next left-hander, but Noah Johnson will look to get the over-under done. And now applying the power, Josh Eberhardt just lingering in the background here, trying to get the advantage if he can. Noah Johnson going deep. He will have the inside now, pushing Aguirre wide, and Josh Eberhard goes through as well. Now they're side by side. Josh Eberhard around the outside of 13. A very difficult corner to get the grip, and if you run wide, you risk running a wheel into the gravel, as we see Josh Ransom do there. But both Noah Johnson and Josh Eberhard getting through Alex Aguirre in turn number 12. Dr. Porkchop now looking to do the same into turn number 1. Oh, and both Eberhard and Aguirre running deep might allow the Alpine to get both of those positions here quite easily if they keep making mistakes like that. And Josh Ransom, they're already back on the tail of this battle. Fantastic battle we have here in the first 10 minutes for these positions in the top 10. Borico pulling away about 5-second gap now to Kalen, who in turn has about 3 seconds to Sir Kojay, and then a further 3.5 seconds to Drew Freiberger in 4th place. And now Noah Johnson will try to use his race pace to close the 7-second gap he has from 5th after now finding himself in some clean air. Positions still maintained as they were. Oh, and there's a dip into the grass from Aguirre. Will this be the opportunity that Dr. Porkchop was looking for? Very difficult to get side by side through the twisty dunes here at Zandvoort. Josh Ransom running a little bit deep into the gravel there, but still keeping it under control, as Dr. Porkchop might have a look up the inside, but just not quite alongside enough to do that. Still in the middle of this trio is Dr. Porkchop, with Aguirre in front and Ransom behind. And once again, Aguirre running deep into turn number 1, allowing the Ginetta and the Alpine to close up. And the Alpine has a look down the inside, forcing himself through at turn number 3. And that is a fantastic move lined up by the doctor in the Alpine. Gets the move done on the more powerful AMG in front. Oh, and there's contact behind. Ransom, oh, and goes back into Aguirre there. And that is heavy damage on both of those cars. Let's take a look and see exactly what happened here. To Aguirre. Just forced to slow down. Going wide. Oh, and there was contact from the back of Ransom. And then Aguirre had it all under control. But Ransom hitting the inside wall, going back into the AMG. And that was certainly, yes, I agree, a bit messy there from the Ginetta. And Saunderson goes through on Lawrence Thomas, moves up to 9th place. We have lost another driver here, down to 14. Josh Ransom forced to come back to the pits with the damage sustained on the Ginetta. Aguirre carrying on in the number 11. And now the gap's opening up a little bit here. Yatanashi 7-second lead over Kalen. 4-second lead over Kojay, then 3.5 seconds to Drew Freiberger. Noah Johnson has closed down the gap by a good amount, but with only 4 minutes left on the clock, he needs to put on a mighty effort to close the gap to Drew Freiberger in 4th place. Then you've got Josh Eberhardt 2.5 seconds behind Noah Johnson in 6th. Dr. Porkchop in 7th. Laranjo 8th. Saunderson in 9th. Lawrence Thomas 10th. Aguirre, after that contact, sees himself down in 11th. Cody Groves is 12th. Hezzy Thomas in 13th. And Josh Ransom in the pits in the 325 is 14th. Nine laps completed by the leader, Moriko Yatanashi. Just a few left after Moriko crosses the line here in the number 53. It looks like there was a mistake from Sir Kojay on the last lap. Drew Freiberger now within half a second. Oh, but runs wide on the exit of turn 1 into the gravel. That will hurt his chances of lining up a move here. Turn 3 there, that banked left-hand corner looking like a good overtaking opportunity for some of the drivers. Dr. Porkchop pulling off a great move there. We saw that earlier on.
leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
There we have the message from the race director, Moriko Yatanashi, on the final lap. Sir Kojay pulling out more than a second of advantage now here to Drew Freiberger. So this is the final opportunity for the 419 McLaren to get close and get a move done on the AMG in front. Timer hits 0 now. Moriko Yatanashi going through Sector 2. But these two continuing to stay close. Drew Freiberger doesn't want to give Kojay any breathing room. As in race number 1, race number 2, no different. Led every lap from start to finish. Did the 53, but not from pole this time, from second place but takes the checkered flag first in race number 1 and race number 2. That is the double win for Moriko Yatanashi. Up next, Kalen Redemption gets second place in the 31 Camaro, and Sir Kojay able to hold off Drew Freiberger for that final podium position, with the 419 McLaren coming across the line in 4th. Josh Eberhart 5th. Noah Johnson did get pretty close there, within 2 seconds in 6th. Dr. Porkchop into the wall in 7th place. Next, you have Evan Laranjo in the 314 Porsche. Across the line in 8th. Chris Saunderson 9th. Lawrence Thomas 10th. Then you have Aguirre after that bit of contact. Seeing him fall back to 11th place. And it is not settled yet here between Hezzy Thomas and Cody Groves for 12th and 13th. Hezzy Thomas looking to get the move done, running a little bit wide through 13. Cody Groves flickering on the screen there. Also running wide into the grass. It's a drag race to the finish. Who will it be? It will go the way of Cody Groves, taking 12th, Hezzy Thomas 13th, Ransom 14th, Dutchy in 15th, and Guerrero unable to take part in race number 2. But here with us in spirit and in the chat. There we go. I was trying to find who was eating up the donuts.
Green light, go, go, go.
And it was Sir Kojay. And we'd love to invite our lovely podium sitters. Oh my goodness, what's going on back there? Love our podium sitters to the green room here in the Discord for a quick chat. And then I can pull you guys in. And we will get it going. Got Noah Johnson, Moriko Yatanashi, and Drew Freiberger joining us. Welcome, folks. How goes it? Welcome to a new rookies season.
Thanks for having us, Kuja.
Oh, it's good to be back, man. It is. I've been missing it for the past couple of weeks. But yeah, super fun to be back. Moriko winning race number 1 and race number 2. Talk us through that. Seems like a bit of a walk in the sand dunes for you this evening.
I don't know what to say. The car was just really good on this track. I had a good setup for it. The car is really light, so it does extremely well in tire wear compared to other cars that are on the grid. So I was able to hold pretty consistent times throughout the entire race, of both races even.
There you go. Well,
But
yeah, happy to hear that. Yeah, they just kind of ran away from it from everybody there, both in race number 1 and race number 2. Noah Johnson, you were trying to run away from Kalen in race number 1, keeping you company pretty much all the way up until they had to stop in the pits for a refueling situation, it looked like. But talk us through that, driving under pressure with a driver right behind you for that long of a period of time.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. Kalen was fast, and the gap would sort of ebb and flow. I was keeping up with Morico for about, I would say 12 minutes, so a little over half the race, and then, well, my tires started to go. I felt them starting to get a little slippery, and instead of being like 1/10 within like a tenth of my best lap, I started to become like 5/10, 6/10, and so it was an ebb and flow with Kalen, and they kept me honest. And it's a shame about the refueling. I was wondering what happened, but it was a really, really great battle, and I'm looking forward to hopefully continuing that rivalry, Kalen. That was really, really fun.
Yeah, we got Kalen joining us as well after finishing second in race number 2. We were just talking about the refueling situation that happened there in race number 1 for you.
Never trust fuel calculators. never. Yeah,
Always add more.
I think I could have saved P2 because I was getting faster by the end, but yeah, just had to refuel, and I messed up the refuel as well, so I had to pin again, and I just gave up at that point.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you would have gotten me though. I don't think so. I was going to defend that.
Yeah, it would have been tough, but considering how fast I got in qualifying the next one, I think I would have probably at least had a good chance of getting to P2 there.
Oh, I think it would have been a good battle, but
yeah, just unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking fuel situation.
Yeah,
that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, race number 2 though, you did take second place there, and a bit more of a quiet ride there, but you had a pretty good start to get to the inside and get the move done pretty early on there. Talk us through your move at the start of the race there.
I thought I was gonna die. I didn't mean to overtake there. I just had to avoid the car in front because they broke so ridiculously early. I was like, oh no. And I actually managed to pull it off. So after that, pretty impossible to catch the Morico in the Zenetta. Just never happening. I'm not that fast around this track, and yeah, I really had a tough time with the car this time. I really don't like it, but I have to run it back for America.
Heck yeah. That's the way to do it. And last but not least, Drew, a podium in race number 1 due to that kind of unfortunate refueling situation, though. But yeah, still on the pace here in the McLaren this season. What made you switch cars from last season?
Honestly, I was really enjoying the AMG, but I wanted to try some mid-engine. I'm also moving to the Maka in GT3 series later in this year, so I just kind of want to get used to the mid-engine feel again. And I also had a livery burning a hole in my pocket, and I just want to shout out everybody's excellent liveries this season. It's really great to see all the little jokes on track. So yeah, I was very blessed to have the whatever situation it was in front of me that got me from 4th to 3rd. Appreciate being here on the podium and back here with Trackalicious this season.
Heck yeah, man. Happy to have you and everybody here also. Super excited for the championship. We've got a great track lineup for the rest of the season. Round 1 completed. We will see you guys hopefully back next week. We never know with the podium finish. With the podium finishers, especially considering last season, I think we had, 7 different race winners through the first 8 races or something like that. So hopefully you guys can keep that up. Yeah, I agree. It should be tight. So thank you guys for joining us for a quick chat here. Always much appreciated to hear your guys' perspective from everything
move you guys back here to the green room. Thank you to those drivers, Moriko, Noah, Drew, and Kalen in the Camaro joining us this evening. Didn't quite get to hear from Sir Koj, but maybe next time we will get to hear from the Sir himself. And if you want to get yourself signed up for this series or any other series that Trackalicious hosts, whether it be the Le Mans Ultimate Series on Tuesdays or Fridays, the iRacing series on Thursdays, Discord is the best place to keep up to date with the latest info and any sort of changes. SimGrid is where you get signed up for those events. And with that, we're going to go find ourselves a lovely stream here on Twitch to send over our lovely viewers for a raid. We are going to go give a raid to our friend Erky. Doing some iRacing in the LMP3s. Looks like they are about to get started in a race, so it should be perfect timing. Make sure you said Trackalicious sent you and show the love from one sim racing community to another. Very excited to get this season and all of the other ACC seasons underway here at Trackalicious. Thank you all for joining us this evening, whether you are just watching or driving. Couldn't do it without you guys here. I have been Kuja Terekov. Thank you for joining us. Have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be watching us from. Enjoy the stream from Erky. Have a good one. We'll catch you next time.